This incident happened a few years ago, and what happened is one of the people at our client, they worked in the accounting department, received a phishing email. Now, unfortunately, they clicked on the link. It took them off to a website. It was a fake Office 365 login page, the website that they were taken to. And incidentally, this was actually a legitimate website, someone's website that had been hacked to insert this page into it, which is not an uncommon thing we see. But what happened is the employee of our client entered their credentials, their email address, their password into this site. Now, of course, it didn't work, but they didn't think much of it. They closed their browser and went on with their business. On the back end, though, what had happened is they'd actually given up their credentials to the attacker. So at this point, the person who initiated the phishing attack has the email, the username, and the password for this person's Office 365 account. So of course, the first thing that they do is they go log in to the real Office 365 login page and access this person's email. Now, as is common, first thing they do is they set up a forwarding rule, so that every email this person received, they would get a copy of them. In addition, they watched the outbound email from this person's mailbox. But interestingly, the next thing that happened was nothing. They just sat and they watched and they monitored. And we think it was close to 2 or 3 weeks before they actually took any action. And the thing that triggered the action was actually an outbound email. So our client, this person, sent an email to one of their customers with a large invoice attached to it. We're talking, 6-figure amount of money for this invoice. This got the attacker's interest, and then they inserted themselves into this conversation. Bearing in mind, at this point, they have access to the mailbox and all the copies of the emails that have been going back and forth. So they replied to the customer, the third party, "Hi, would it be possible for you to pay this invoice to our new bank account? And here's the wire transfer information for you to do that." Now, fortunately, the recipient of that email saw that there was something wrong, something fishy, picked up the phone, called our client, said, "Hey, is this legit? Did you really want me to pay this invoice into this other bank account?" They got their heads together and figured out what was going on. And at this point, contacted IT. We jumped in, figured out that the account was compromised, locked it down, got things cleaned up. But you can see that not only our client, but their customer could have been out of pocket for a significant amount of money if they had fallen victim to this attack.